What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Sunday, June 4th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 10-game MLB slate today, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. So I'm just going to pay up for Joe Ryan. He's got a nice pitching advantage here over a low salary batting team, the Cleveland Guardians. Joe Ryan only giving up a .499 OPS versus lefties, facing 4 lefties, and the Guardians have only hit 17 of his last 79 pitches. That's a .215 batting average. So Joe Ryan is 11,000 FanDuel salary, 400 less on DraftKings, averaging 39 fantasy points per game on the season, has an ERA of 2.77, record is 7-2, pitching an average of 93 pitches per game. Vegas thinks there's going to be 7.5 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Joe Ryan here versus the Cleveland Guardians. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. So I like Andrew Vaughn. He has a 24% batting advantage here over a low salary pitcher, Matthew Boyd. Andrew Vaughn pretty much batting the same versus lefties and righties, batting a .740 OPS versus lefties. And Matthew Boyd, he's pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .783 OPS versus righties. Andrew Vaughn is 1-for-1 here versus Boyd. He's got a double. He's 3,300 FanDuel salary, 400 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He's got a batting average of .257, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. So I like Andrew Vaughn here versus Matthew Boyd. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So I like Brendan Drury. He's got a 72% batting advantage over JP France. Brendan Drury batting 12% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .803 OPS versus righties. JP France, he's pitching 60% worse to righties as he does lefties, giving up a 1.058 OPS versus righties. So Brandon Drury is 3,000 FanDuel salary, 1,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .254, and he scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. So I like Brandon Drury here versus JP France. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. I like Alex Bregman. He's got a 55% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Griffin Canning. Alex Bregman batting 33% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .781 OPS versus righties. Griffin Canning, he's pitching a 22% worse to righties as he does lefties, giving up a .768 OPS versus righties. Now, Alex Bregman, I like this pick because he's 4 for 7 here versus Canning. It's a .571 batting average and a 1.667 OPS. One of those hits was a home run. He's 3,100 FanDuel salary, 2,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. Certainly looks underpriced on FanDuel. Scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. Has a batting average of .251. scored 41 fantasy points last game. So I like Alex Bregman here versus Griffin Canning. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. So I like Tim Anderson. He has a 59% batting advantage over a low-salary pitcher, Matthew Boyd. Tim Anderson batting 34% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .837 OPS versus lefties. Matthew Boyd pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 25% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .783 OPS versus righties. Now I like this pick because Tim Anderson is 16 for 43 here versus Boyd. That's a .372 batting average and a 1.070 OPS versus Boyd. 3 of those hits were home runs as a triple, 3 doubles, and he's only $3,000 FanDuel salary, $1,500 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .268, so I like Tim Anderson here versus Matthew Boyd. Okay, moving on to the outfield position here, I like Lane Thomas. He has an 88% batting advantage here over Ranger Suarez. Low salary pitcher Ranger Suarez. So Lane Thomas has a 37% batting advantage here versus lefties, batting a 1.039 OPS versus lefties. Ranger Suarez pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 52% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .944 OPS versus righties. So Lane Thomas is 5 for 10 here versus Suarez with a 1.2 OPS. He's $3,300 FanDuel salary, $1,300 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season, and he has a batting average of .278. So I like Lane Thomas here versus Ranger Suarez. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.